It's the fight everybody is talking about. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Who do you think will win? We asked some fighters who they thought would have their hand raised.
Me personally, I think both of their ass need to sit down, but I'm gonna go. We'll go with Tyson. I know Roy. You know, I'm a Roy fan. I love Roy, but you know, like I've been following Tyson for a while, man, and I think he's been doing a lot of stem cell treatment and doing a lot of like different little stuff like that. So I think his performance-wise is going to be way different than a lot of people expect because he's been traveling, you know, taking care of his body in a totally different way that people don't even understand. So I definitely think that him and then just his power, man. I don't know. Like Roy's quick, Roy's fast, but he's not as fast and quick as he was back in the day. So that power always overcome that later on.
It's a tough one to pick, but if I had to pick someone only because of activity, I'd probably pick Roy Jones. He's been more active. His reflexes are probably a little bit better, but I mean, if anyone in the world is on the end of one of Mike Tyson's punches, they're going to sleep. So it's really a hard one to pick. But, you know, if I had to bet my money, I'd probably bet it on Roy Jones, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, you know, we made a great offer to Mike Tyson, and I wish him the best. And Roy Jones fought for me in 2017, actually 3 days after my father died. And I wish Roy Jones the best. He's a great guy. He's always been great. So that's a tremendous fight for the fans. So hopefully it does come to fruition at the end of November, and the fans get to see, you know, these two legends banging it out. It'll be amazing.
I love Tyson and I love Roy Jones in their prime. At this point in their lifetime, I have to pick Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. wasn't always a heavyweight. He wasn't always power reliant, which will work out well for him fighting against Tyson now. Mike Tyson never learned how not to be power reliant, and in his old age, power reliant will not work against Roy Jones Jr. So I pick Roy Jones to beat Tyson and make it look easy.
I'm not picking either. I am going to say it's not right. I love both of them to death. I grew up watching both of them fight. I understand the need and the want to fight, but it's kind of like wishy-washy. We don't know if this is going to be a real fight or exhibition, and neither one of them need to do it to themselves. You have nothing to prove to anybody.
I got Jones Jr. for this fight. You know, I see him more of an experienced fighter. He's been fighting longer. And I see him, you know, finishing him or, you know, winning this fight 8 rounds because, you know, it's an exhibition fight. Tyson is more of a power puncher. I don't see him, knocking him out. If he does, that'll be amazing, but it's not something that, you know, we're going to see. We're going to see a light fight. And I see Jones Jr. winning this fight because he's more of a technical fighter. He knows how to, you know, in and out. He knows how to stay away from dangers and stuff. So I see him. Even, you know, as Tyson retired earlier, Jones Jr. still kept going. So, you know, I got Jones for this one.
That's pretty simple for me. Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson's a monster. He's a natural heavyweight, which Roy Jones isn't. He's still in phenomenal shape, which I don't think Roy Jones is. And there's a deep-seated turmoil inside of Tyson that he needs to get out by fighting. And I don't think Roy Jones wants any part of it. So, in my opinion, I think Roy Jones is going to sleep, and I think he's going to sleep early.
So what do you folks think, combat sports fans? Who do you think will win? Leave me a comment in the YouTube section below. And if you like this video, please go ahead and share, subscribe, and like it. I'm Susan Cingari from Love MMA and Bare Knuckle News.